So, Step Up, All In, fucking sucks. Don't go fucking see it. Good night. Well, we just got done watching the highest rated movie of the week.
Surprisingly.
By a far margin. And that movie was Step Up 5?
Step Up 5.
All In.
All In.
Which also could be known as Step Up the All-Stars. Because apparently they decided they want to bring just about everybody that they liked from the last 3 movies and said, oh, here you go.
Yeah, this was the dream team.
Right.
Which, honestly, that's the name they should have gone with for their dance crew. Because why wouldn't they have? But
because they didn't. Because I don't know why they didn't. Because that would have been a genius name. Oh.
I just put more thought into this than the movie did.
Pretty much.
Yeah, this is not my first time in a dance movie. I don't know
or a Step Up movie.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen any of the other ones.
No, I've been blessedly fortunate to have missed all of those, including one that I may have skipped out on. So, you're like, what? No way, man! Those are great!
You don't just sit around watching dance movies?
Just Footloose. I got a Kevin Bacon thing.
Technically a dance movie, I'll allow it.
It's a movie about dancing? The whole plot is about dancing. I can consider it a dance movie.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'll go for it.
I don't know.
The situation makes, honestly, about as much sense as the rest of anything in this movie, so why not?
At least the characters are more endearing in that film to me than the characters in this movie.
Yeah. See, here's my thing. Alright, a couple years ago, went to see Step Up Revolution, a.k.a. Miami Heat. And,
So I got a text from Brad. He's like, I joked around saying the review was done, and he's like, Brad, what about all the intricate Step Up 5 plot details? Or, sorry, Step Up 5, All In with Chris Hayes. Oh, man. Okay. But continuing on.
But yeah, so, I remember going to see that one, alone. It was a sad time in my life. I got stood up that night. I thought we were going to have a repeat of that tonight.
I thought about it. I thought about it just for shits and giggles, because, yeah.
But, such was not the case, obviously.
No.
And,
no, I'm not that much of a dick. Anymore.
This time.
This time around. Oh, shit.
And because of that previous experience, I felt terrible about myself during this movie, because occasionally it was a situation where it'd be like, Irving would just kind of lean over like, are these the people from the last movie? And I would have to say, yes, they are. See, this guy here and the shorter guy with the fedora, they're like brothers practically. They did this whole like flash mob thing against Peter Gallagher, who was trying to reenact the movie Breakin' 2. Yeah, by the way, that's what you missed out on the last one.
Breakin' 2?
It's the plot of Breakin' 2.
Oh, the plot of Breakin', okay.
Instead of a substitute, business tycoon land developer trying to tear down community center and is swayed by the breakdancing of local youths. This one, it's, business tycoon land developer wants to tear down kind of shitty, Cuban, Puerto Rican neighborhood in Miami to build like a high-rise condominium. Oh. And then is swayed by the dancing of local youth.
Don't they all just live on their boats? I mean, that's how they came over, right? On boats. Just get back on the boats.
Bye, folks. Goodbye. That's the end of this one. Goodbye.
And they're used to fitting like 10 people on a little tiny skimmer, so I mean, they should be alright. They don't need that land, right? fuck the American dream. Does not apply to everyone.
And they didn't see how sharp Peter Gallagher's suits were. I mean, they were sharp.
Were they sharp?
But
He's a sharp-dressed man.
But yeah, so that was the plot of the last one. So honestly, I was going into this one, I'm like, what did they rip off this time? And no, this one's it's just boring. The plot is there's a reality TV show and they go on it. That's it. That's
pretty much.
That's it. Yeah, it's a very generic plot that takes 5 minutes of setup, and
right.
At odd times there are large chunks that are just told by narration.
Yes.
Like in all the other ones, it always shows them like going through the task of like, but we need a crew. We need a crew of people. And it's like, oh, well, check this out. I know this person, and they'll go and like check it out. And like, oh, okay, you got this. You bring it. This one, and like, okay, you're in the crew. They do all that stuff. And this one is just like, it's like, so we made a couple phone calls, and like this person was like, yeah, I'm in, because I was in the second one. And then she drove down to like Brooklyn and like picked up the guy from the third movie, and he's like, yeah, of course I'll be in the movie. I haven't done anything since then, literally. And so then they go down to this place, and they find like these guys just like standing on the street, like, hey, you guys, we know you, right? From the third movie. You were in the third movie. And they're like, yes, we were. We've just been standing here. So it's like, okay, so we picked them up. Like, it takes like 5 seconds. So they're like, it's like, so here's the whole crew, and then they're just together, living in a van like they're the fucking, like, Muppet Show. It literally, like, the scene of them driving around, like, all of them in, like, there's, like, this old, like, ice cream truck that they're driving around in. It literally looks like fucking, in, like, the Great Muppet Caper when they're all driving around with, like, Dr. Teeth, just going fucking places. Like, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And, it's just, like, everything is told either by narration or really, really painfully stilted dialogue, because none of these people are actors. They're not. No. None of them are.
They're dancers. And they can do that fairly well. I mean, I would hope so, considering...
I'm assuming it's good dancing. It's the same thing I said it's The Last Step Up, and it's the same thing I said at Battle of the Year. I'm assuming it's good dancing, because I don't fucking know what they're doing. It's like you got 15 people standing at various spots, some of them doing like arms in front and like coming at you. Other people are like doing like ballet maneuvers. There's one guy that literally just does the fucking like human robot shit, never talks, that's all he does. Like, there's half the dances, he's not even out there with them. There's one of them, he's actually, you can see him like in the background, like they're all up on like this boxing ring that they have set up that like, it's all like weird themed shit because it's a reality show. Like, there's a big boxing ring, and like occasionally like, he'll come in there and like chest up to somebody like, I'm the robot guy, and then like the next scene he's not even there, and it's like, where the fuck is he? And you can see like he's basically like, he's sitting down, like he's not even in the ring, like he's just down there like waiting for like his next time to go up there, like okay, they're gonna do this for another 5 minutes, and then I'll go back up there again and be like, oh, I'm gonna get in your face again, robot guy still. And
he never breaks it.
Never breaks it. Like, they'll be like sitting around like their hotel room that, like, I'm sorry, they bring in a dance crew of like 15 people, like, okay, here's your one suite. So they all just sleep on couches. It never even shows any other room of that suite.
I mean, there's some like somewhere, but...
They mention, like, oh man, there's a crazy huge bedroom upstairs. You never go up there. It's bullshit.
No.
There's nothing
up
there.
Lie.
It's a fucking closet. I know it. But they're all just living in one big room, and they'll be like talking about shit, like joking around. They're like, yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. Like, fucking talk. We know you can, you asshat.
And he falls in love with a robot girl.
Oh yeah, there's an all-girl dance troupe that has a robot girl, and then those two are like, it's like, you, me, like point at each other. She's like,
never break character. Not once, like even when they're interacting.
Her friends are dragging her around too, like, would you get your robot ass, get in the fucking elevator. Jesus Christ, we got places to fucking...
They hug, and I shit you not, they literally go like this when they're rubbing each other's backs.
Not even touching each other, just...
No.
It's like, arms around.
Yes.
Fucking doing hover hands and shit.
Yes. Yes.
It's like you're at a convention, like, you can't touch
fucking
them.
break character and kiss her! Jesus Christ, I'm tired of this bullshit.
It's just, it's so fucking stupid. Like, it's like they thought, okay, each one of these movies we'll do as a separate thing, and it's whatever. We might have, like, one person from, like, the other movie, like, show up, and then at the end of Step Up Revolution, it's like, oh man, we gotta put on this huge thing to kill it. And so they're like calling up everybody like, yo, break dance, Pier 1 in Miami, be there tomorrow. Not at a Pier 1, but...
I can see, they're all like, what are you people doing? Quit stealing our cardboard!
They show up and they're just dancing on rattan chairs. No.
You guys don't need this Papa sign, right?
It's by the waterfront.
Right.
And, like, they just place the call to all of the same people that are like, main cast in this one, or, like, the people that showed up, like the little Asian chick, and the robot guy, and not Shia LaBeouf, and, like,
yeah.
all of those people are the people that they call in at the end of the last one and have, like, this big, huge, like, 57-person dance number. And then in this one, it just starts off with, like the crew from the first one apparently like it honestly it kind of makes me laugh when you think about it in context of it being like an actual sequel to one of these movies finally.
Yeah. Because
at the end of the last one it's like, yay, you saved the town. And then it's like Peter Gallagher's like, it's like I won't demolish these houses. Also, feel free to date my daughter. She's in love with you. And she's like, I know, because I bone her. But he doesn't tell him that, because
inside her.
He would have beat him to death with his hands.
I've been inside Gallagher, female.
And then, like, a woman, like, a fucking spokes rep, like, suddenly, like, literally, this is how the movie ends. Like everybody's like, yay, we saved the neighborhood. And yay, you two can date now. And then, like, randomly a spokeswoman with like a clipboard and like an iPad like walks out of the crowd like, oh my god, I just saw you guys dance. I'm a representative from Nike. We're giving you guys a commercial. And they're like, yeah, like more awesome stuff is happening. It's like, it's so great. And then at the beginning of this one, it's like you find out that they all moved to LA.
Yes.
So that they could do this Nike commercial, and then they have yet to work since. Like, the guy's girlfriend dumped him to move back in with Peter Gallagher, I assume. Like, it's like, you know what? Like, this is a really, really bad epilogue to the first film. And this one's it's like 6 months later, I think is what they said.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
So, wow, you guys are bad at this. Turns out when your relationship is based solely on the fact that you both like dancing. I don't know, maybe she didn't want to get along with the idea of them and everyone else that he knows living together in a warehouse loft.
Fucking renting that shit up, man. Dance parties every night. The single floor, they all sleep together, it's a big fucking orgy. Dancing is cool.
Their troop is like 85% guys.
They're all Eskimo brothers, what can I say?
Be over here for a minute.
I'll be far away from you, you creepy fuck.
But yeah, this one is just, it's a really generic fucking plot. Is like, there's a reality show that they, in the course of like a couple days, put together a troupe and do like a demo video that's apparently good enough to where they get into the competition. And so they fly them out to, well, they don't fly them out, they drive out to Vegas.
Yeah, they don't give them any way of getting out there. They have to get out there themselves. So they take that busted-ass jalopy ice cream truck.
Which thing, like, he mentioned that, like, she drove that down, like, she picked up, like, people in, like, Brooklyn and, like, Baltimore. They were in L.A., and then they drove back to Las Vegas. That means that she spent, like, 3 days just driving.
Yeah, And that's not a fun drive.
It's not a short drive.
No.
That's like an endurance challenge.
Yes, it is.
But, so yeah, they do that. And, yeah, they get on this show. And it's set up like it's supposed to be you know, any of your competition shows like that.
The So You Think You Can Dance, or
Yeah, or
America's
that-
Best Dance Crew.
Yeah,
That
whatever
one,
the
I
hell
think
the name of
that's-
it was. Except, here's the thing: is that they set up this reality show, and then the first episode of it, they have like 6 dance crews dancing, and they eliminate 2 of them. So at the end of the first episode, they're down to like the semi-finals.
Yep.
And then the next episode, they eliminate 2 more groups, to then the next episode is the finale. Like, who set up this reality show that it's only 3 episodes long?
Well, that's why VH1 is in the tank. It's because they do reality shows like that. If
And
they
how-
did MTV, they'd stretch it out for 30 episodes.
Well, and that's my thing, too, is like, how fucking padded out are these episodes? You figure, like, they keep mentioning that it's on VH1. It's on VH1. VH1.
VH1.
VH1. They mention that a lot. We had to stop and think if that's still a viable thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
Is there still VH? I don't have cable
there must
anymore,
be.
so I don't know.
I mean, I think there is, but nobody ever talks about it anymore.
I mean, is this sort of like grab at trying to get new people? Like, are they on like life support? I don't know.
I guess so. I don't know. Oh, you son of a bitch. I was gonna say.
Comes on after you close the door.
Apparently
Genius.
it does. Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, apparently they ran out of shit to talk about loving the 80s about, so... Either that or Doug Benson just got high enough to the point that he just stopped remembering things about the 80s to talk about for them.
My brain never goes back that far anymore. Oh, shit.
But, yeah, so it's a 3-episode reality show, apparently. And each episode, even if you figure that the episodes are only a half hour, they've got to be padded to fuck, because they only do, like, one dance thing. Like, it's this team versus this team, and they both dance. It's like, all right, that team's eliminated. I'm like, okay. How are you going to fill the next 20 minutes?
Dead air.
So I have no idea. Like, I think they had a concept, and they just assumed that people would just go with it. Although, what's interesting is, when they're doing the actual TV show parts, and I don't think they planned this out too fucking well, or maybe they did, and it was supposed to be some, like, you know, viral marketing thing while you're actually already in the theater watching the movie, is that, you know, how all these shows work,
Yeah.
is that, you know, it's like, all right, you just saw, you know, like, Team Dubstep Up. Dancing, there's another free one for you. Team Dubstep Up.
Dubstep up.
You know, like, hey, they just did their thing. And then as people are dancing on the screen, at the bottom, like, all the way across, like, the screen is like, it's like, for your favorite group, text Vortex to, and then gives, like, the little number is like, did they want me to do that now?
Right.
In the theater?
Am I supposed to? Wait, what?
Because
I'm kind of I was kind of tempted to actually pull out my phone and see what would happen if I actually did that.
they said a lot of times before the movie, as I recall, don't fuck around with your phones
Right.
during the movie.
Exactly.
And then the movie's telling me, real big, text to this. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's like a viral thing, but I'm like, I'm in the movie, I'm not gonna, what am I gonna get out of this?
I'm feeling a moral dilemma coming on right now.
I mean, is this one of those weird things, like, no, it can't even be like that, like, the end of, Devil Inside, it's like, you know, the abrupt end, and then it's just like, for more information, go to the RossiFiles.com. It ends, oh yeah, by the way, spoiler.
No, it does. What a fucking lazy ass way to end a fucking movie.
They couldn't come up with a third act.
To be continued if you visit this website.
Pretty much. There's like some deleted scenes and like some other stuff on there to kind of pad things out. Like news articles about what happened after the end of the movie. I'm like,
Jesus.
Y'all ran out of budget.
Yeah, right?
They gave you $35,000 and you're like, we could probably do that. No, you couldn't.
No.
You
not
couldn't.
So much.
No. So, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a fun time. That's the one where people were like throwing shit at screens all over the country.
As well they should have. That's stupid. Fuck, really. Jesus.
Like I remember Brad talking about that one. He thought it was a joke until the house lights came up. He's like, oh, for real, it's over.
oh, okay.
Like some guy next to him was like, what? And like throws his popcorn and just leaves. I'm like, because that's how you want to go out.
That's how I go out. Fucking popcorn guns blazing, baby.
But yeah, so it throws that up in the middle of the movie, and it just really threw me. It's like, are they actually expecting me to do this? Because, like, I know you're trying to make it look like it's like we're watching the show.
Right.
But, I mean, you don't have to go that far. I mean, certain things I can understand that. Like that movie, what was it? Series 7?
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing was basically supposed
Right.
to be set up like if you had just recorded an episode of Series 7.
Right.
And so, like, it had, like, fake commercials and weird, like, breaks and, like it'd pull back from the movie so that, like, commentators could, you know, like, mention stuff or, like, you'd hear them, like, break in at some points to, like, talk over what's already, like, what we're seeing
Right.
happening on the screen. Like you're watching a TV show.
Yeah.
But that was the whole point of that one. Like this was just, it was distracting. Like I said, like...
It never jumped back and forth. It was...
Yeah.
From it, in the beginning, it was just scheduled shot like a reality TV show, like you're watching on TV. This one obviously jumps back and forth, and it doesn't really do a good job because you never really know. I mean, well, no, you do know because the little VH1 symbol always seems to pop up. It's like VH1, remember us, guys? Remember all the fun times we had? Remember? Please remember?
Remember all those shows we had?
Remember when we had videos?
I can't even remember a name of one show off of there.
I think VH1, well, besides the 80s stuff, I think VH1 didn't they have the trivia, like the Beat the Geek, or something like...
Beat the Geek was Comedy Central.
Was that Comedy Central? There was another one that was a nerd-themed trivia.
Win Ben Stein's Money?
No,
That was Comedy Central.
that was Comedy Central. There was a
Distraction? No, that was Comedy Central.
I swear to God, there was one! I can't remember what the name was, but I wanted to go
That
on
one
it.
with Jimmy Kimmel on it? That was still Win Ben Stein's Money. That still wasn't it.
I don't fucking remember. I know there was one, but I don't remember what the fucking name it was. Because it was actually fun to watch.
I'm sure there probably was something on there, but I just... There's nothing I would ever watch on VH1.
I think they still do, if I remember correctly. I think I caught, at least the last time I saw VH1, it was early in the morning, they were still doing music videos. So I'll give them props for that.
Shit.
I didn't really know that music videos were still around. That was just, yeah, that was...
I thought that was a thing that they just did for YouTube now.
pretty much.
Like, I'll see music videos for shit I didn't know had music videos. I'm like, it's like, oh, for real? It's like, yeah, this video's been out for 5 years. Like, oh, for real?
So, right?
Like, is this new? Probably not since it got 13 million views, but I gotta ask. Because I've never seen it.
The World Series of Pop Culture was a trivia show on VH1. That's what it was.
I have never heard of this.
They had 16 episodes.
I missed all 16 of them and the promos.
It was awesome. Oh, man. Yeah, it was a fun show. It was pop culture trivia, and...
Honestly, I would have been fine watching a couple episodes of that instead of this movie.
Probably, yeah.
Because the dialogue is...
What dialogue?
So paint by numbers. It's exactly the dialogue you'd expect. In the conversations between actors, is it's hold on. I'm going to throw out a real zinger on this one. It was more stilted than the circus. Because they got guys on stilts. I'm the funny guy at the office. Everybody tells me that. They were always telling me I should quit my job and go into stand-up. No one tells me.
Yeah, I mean, find a cliche phrase from a movie that you've heard in the last 10 years, and it's probably in this movie.
Well, like, the conversation that was killing me was that you know, the beef-looking kid, Moose, and his wife. Because, like, he goes in, like, main character guy from the first movie, he's the lead in this one, too. And he kind of throws on him, like, hey, there's this thing that VH1's doing. He's like, oh, for real? That show on VH1? Like, yeah, that one, from that VH1. And really, this isn't even exaggerating. He's like, I was thinking about doing it, but I need a crew. Because all of my friends just dumped my ass because
I'm a dick.
None of us have had a job in 6 months.
And I'm a complete Nazi tool bag when it comes to my dancing, and I want it to be perfect. And they didn't like that, so they left.
Dude tries dropping them, but we did that Nike ad for like we got paid like $50,000. Like, yeah, there's 12 of us though. That chops up pretty fucking quick.
It's like I spend more gas in auditions than I do actual jobs. No, fuck you.
So like he tells him all this. He's like, nah, man, I've got a job now. I can't possibly quit to join your dance crew. I have responsibilities I have to think of. Okay, we'll doosey-doosies, and then walks off. And then, like, it cuts to him later at his house. He's upset because that's a line in it. Doosey-doosies! Because his name is Moose, so he says deuce a lot.
Oh, God.
And it cuts to him going home to his dutiful wife who's just sitting there cooking when he gets home from his work at Factory Science Plant where he works or
fucking engineer?
I don't know what the fuck he does. At a point, like, it shows him wearing a lab coat and a hard hat, just standing in front of, like, a big control panel and, like, a bunch of oscilloscopes. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, he's an engineer. They don't do any work. They just stand around and supervise.
It looked like somebody had built, like, a recreation of, like, Homer's desk from The Simpsons, like the big control panel. That's what it looked like.
And then he was just staring at a giant Tesla coil.
Yeah, there's just a fucking, like, a Tesla coil the size of this truck in that room. Like, what the fuck are they building? What is he engineering? Electricity? We've got that. Is he gonna make it better? I don't know. Probably not.
Well, he's dancing, so he can't be tied up with all the engineering bullshit. He's got to do something that's already pre-existing.
Yeah. His boss walks in and he's just sitting there like...
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Like, I'm stretching.
Dancing for my health.
It's like, shut up. But, like, he goes home to his wife, and it is the most awkwardly painful dialogue I've seen in a while, because these two have... Again, for him being like some sort of like engineer, they have no chemistry. So, that's for Brad. He liked it. He's laughing right now.
Oh, shit.
So, it's painful. They have like zero chemistry. It's just like, hey, honey. Yes, dear. Oh, man. I just heard this crazy thing. Well, what was it? Oh, man. You know this one guy, Shawty? Because he talks really hood. Because he's from the mean streets of Greece? Is that what it was? Like, his family was like Greek or something, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure Moose is probably like short for like Moustakis or something like that. It probably is.
And he's like, this crazy thing. You know this friend of ours? Yes, I do. Well, he's putting together this dance troupe, and he's like, man, like, you should be on it. I'm like, man, but, like, I can't because I got that job, get them cash dizzles. And she's like, well, I think you should do it, sweetheart. He's like, but for real? She's like, yeah, I think you should do it. He's like, man, you're the best. And she's like, no, you're the best. And then they go to kiss, and it's like, come here, honey. He's like, okay. He's like that, like that's how these two kiss. Like, I haven't seen you all day. I just got. It's like, don't do it too quick. She might not notice it happened. And yeah, that is the level of dialogue that these two have. Like, man, it's getting steamy up in the Moose household now. She's like, but honey, you're the dancing moose. The dancing moose has got to dance. He's like, you want me to do what I love to do? He's like, if you love to do it, then I would love for you to love to do it.
Now show me your patented moose knuckle.
That might have spiced up the dialogue, but no. It's the entire so stilted.
And it doesn't get any better between the main characters either. It's one of those
cliches. Because they both want to be the lead.
Oh my god,
heads.
so many fucking cliches.
It's like, who's the lead? I am.
You got
that was her voice, by the way.
Yeah.
Sounds like a rock tumbler. I have no problem with chicks with like a dark voice, kind of that dusky sort of like, you know, like Demi Moore, Mira Sorvino thing. This chick sounded like she was like a step away from emphysema. Like, she needs to get, like, some oxygen hooked up. Like, use, like, a nebulizer before she goes to bed. Like, she needs to talk to somebody. Like,
get a CPAP machine.
Really, really rough.
Yeah, so they got that cliche about the leads. They've got we both got jilted relationships, so we don't trust each other in love cliche. We got the I don't trust you enough to completely give in cliche. Just all kinds of fucking...
They have he keeps pushing for them to do, like, the one big move that'll finish the whole deal, and she's like, no, I can't, I'm too scared. I'm like, I remember seeing this whole thing play out in that movie, what was it, The Cutting Edge with D.B. Sweeney? Or he was like a hockey player that turned to like figure skating.
Topic.
Like, they had that movie where he's supposed to swing around, but he keeps like beating her head into the fucking ice.
Well, fuck her, Dirty Dancing. I mean, shit. Although, yeah,
honestly, the end of this is literally like, it's like, let's do the move. Like, are you sure? Like, yeah. And then it's like lifts her up. It's like, had the time of my life. Like, that's what it was.
Think Dirty Dancing, but more cheerleading involved.
Dirty Dancing Havana Nights.
Well, let's not go there. We're not going back to the Cubans. Cubans are done. They're back on their boats. Let's keep them there. That's... Anyways.
This guy. See, if I said something like that, I'd be in a lot of trouble for you. It's like Irving just insulted an entire country of people.
Ah, it's wonderful. So yeah, anyway, with the plot, so they go to this damn reality show, and about halfway through, once they're getting ready to go into the final with the other crew that's been tormenting them the entire thing, the Grim Knights, come to find out,
led by Nick Kroll's character Caesar.
But yeah, epic plot twist, the chick who's running the reality show and the leader of the Grim Knights, they've been hooking up, and he's been her backup dancer for years. So they've... Imagine that, reality show. Yeah, imagine that, reality show that's fixed. Oh, no, really?
Yeah, that's the big twist. They find out that reality TV is scripted. Never minding the fact that at the beginning of the movie, when they first get to Vegas, like, two of the guys are having, like, a little, like war of words. And a producer actually steps up between them, like, it's like, could you guys like do that whole conversation again. We didn't pick it up. Like, you look more hurt by it, and you be more of a dick about it, and like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Apparently that wasn't enough of a tip-off.
Nope. Of course not. So then they decide that
they're gonna break all the rules.
So the one guy, the one lead who's all been about winning is crushed, and he gets pissed off and drives out the other female lead. But then he realizes that this should all be about the fun. And so he brings his new crew in. He brings his old crew that ditched him back in because they were in the competition too. Then brings half of the other crews that got eliminated.
Yeah, they brought also
them all back.
The other crews that were already out of it, but apparently still hanging out in Vegas.
And just puts on this epic dance.
Which is pretty impressive because they decide to set up the choreography for this the morning of the big event, having never danced with any of these other people in the same troupe. But yeah, I mean, they nailed the choreography, they had costume design, they had lighting design, they had like 5 different set changes.
They had fire, I mean,
it was very well orchestrated for them literally having the amount of time that it took me to go to work this morning, get off from work, get a sandwich from DQ, and then get over here to the movie. That's how much time they had to prep, rehearse, figure all this out, design the costuming, get enough of it, because you would have assumed that even if this was their original plan, that they would have only had enough costuming for their people. And, I'll even go as far as to accept, like, it's Vegas. Maybe they had, like, an entire wardrobe truck full of stuff that could work, and they just picked a few pieces. Like, hey guys, there's like 57 different outfits in there. Go ahead and each of you 57 motherfuckers go back and grab one.
Well, they did. I mean, to be honest, they did have quite a few different, slightly different costumes, all kind of meshed together. So I mean, that could have been maybe. But there was more intermixing and matching between the different crews to where that really didn't seem like that would be possible.
Yeah, I mean, like, they had, like, what seemed like different little subsects. Like, they were going for, like, this sort of, like, steampunk thing, but a couple of them looked more piratey. A couple of them looked a little bit more like 1950s, like, street toughs. But it all worked together. If I saw, like, any random 3 of them, like, near each other on the street, I would assume, oh, they're doing a thing together, obviously, because they're all dressed fairly similarly enough. But yeah, it's like they planned this out really fucking quick.
Almost like it was scripted.
And that's the thing, dude. Like, the guy goes into, like, this kind of, like, tirade while they're, like, getting ready to do the thing. It's like, I used to think this was for, the winning, but I realize it's more important is, like, the family, Like, we're just gonna come out and do a, good show, because, and, like, dropping hints to, like, shit that they overheard them say about the show being scripted, like it'll make for killer television. It's like, yeah, I don't know, I figure our dance it'll make for killer television. Looking right at her, and she's like, oh my god, he must know. He must know.
He knows. Everything's ruined.
But I'm like, this is a live taping, but it's not a live feed, and even if it was live, they've got a delay. They would have just cut that bullshit out of it and edited it for TV.
Right. Oh, yeah.
They, like I was saying, they're like, well, that's getting cut out. They're never going to see that.
It was for the audience.
By breaking all the rules, they end up winning the competition because, like, the network execs were like, that was great! We'd rather have them win than the ones that we told were already going to win. And he's like, oh, for real? Like, we didn't win?
Man.
Damn.
What is low rent Giovanni Ribisi gonna do now? Man, I only had him on retainer.
He's gonna go back to other movies where him looking like a Viking makes more sense.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was just... It was predictable from start to finish.
Oh yeah.
It was ridiculous. The acting was terrible. Again, the dancing is probably great. I don't know. Because like
It's
some of it, like when they were like,
skill-based, I mean,
I'm not questioning like the abilities of these people at all. They were fucking pushing it.
right.
Yeah, and some of the stuff they were doing, like legit looks pretty cool. Some of it though, like at times, like it's just so chaotic. Like there's just people jumping around doing stuff, and then the crowd goes crazy, and then it's like, oh, these guys, like the other team is looking all discouraged and shit. I'm like, are they
losing?
They're losing now. They look like they're losing now. Like they look like they know that these guys are doing better, but I don't know what.
Is this all judged on applause meter? Is that how we're doing this now? Is that... do they see the needle going back and they're like, oh shit?
Because I don't know how, like, it's like that move looked hard to do or not. I don't know. It looked like he just jumped up, turned around, and like went like this, like he was shooting a gun, and then dropped it whenever the music did like the same sound effect of something dropping. Like oh, he's killing it. Like everybody's like, man. Like, I guess he's winning. He's beating you guys now. I don't know. And then it's over, and then like half of them were like sitting like doing like the fucking gangsta lean, and the other half's like, man, it's like, I ain't even fucking want to be here. Like walking off, I'm like, I guess they lost. I don't know.
I got laundry to do, man. This is just, man, this sucks.
So it's like, it's one of those things like, okay, you guys lost, I guess. You didn't even wait for the official count to come back. You just assumed, like, I don't know, that was good.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's better than I can do. I don't know. I twirled like 5 times, he twirled 6. I mean, obviously, you know. It's impossible to gauge.
I mean, he dislocated his shoulder. I can't do that, so he wins.
It'd be like if in, like low point games like soccer or hockey or something like that, if at the end of it, if it was tied at 0-0, there's like, I don't know, Blackhawks, they skated a lot more than you guys. It's like, man, we always lose to the Blackhawks. They just skate so well. They pushed a couple of our guys and got our face and like faked us out, and like we're like, whoa, we're backing up, like, ha! Like, that's all it takes to win in a breakdancing battle. Which, again, they are called battles. They're battles, you know.
Battles. No, not dance-offs anymore?
Nope, it is a battle. It's like, we don't need to battle these guys. Like, no, it's a matter of principle. Like,
what the hell is that
stop
other
fucking
one?
acting like this is, like, feudal times and you're, like, defending your family's on... It's goddamn breakdancing.
Just bring it, man. Just bring it.
Like, half the time, like, they're not even doing stuff that looks like anything at all. Like, okay, granted, like, yeah, some of it were, like, dude is, like, doing, like, the shit that you'd see somebody doing, like, a pommel horse, like, just on flat ground. Like, stops, is, like, hopping on one fucking hand, and then turns hopping on one hand into, like, a double backflip. All right, man, I don't know. You're fucking moving around like your goddamn Nightcrawler. I don't know what's happening. That's pretty cool.
It's like, alright, I'll give you that one.
I cannot spin on my head for 30 straight seconds.
No.
That's okay. You've impressed me with that one. But then ones where it's just like that club scene at the beginning. They're just like dude jumps over the back of a couch and then lays down, and then another guy like just comes and jumps over his legs, and people are like, oh, like I've done that to get to the kitchen before. Be like, get up from the couch and be like, oh man, I need a soda. You need anything, babe? And Lay's like, no. And like, okay. And then I'll just jump over her legs. Oh! Shorty killed
soda,
it.
man. A fucking soda. Damn right.
And then get in her face like, nah. And she's like, why did you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry now. It's like some of that stuff, like legit made no sense to me.
Yeah, it was
like one guy would just be like there'd be like that one like really really mean like Grace Jones looking black chick like leaning against the wall just looking tough as shit, and then two other guys just come up like run up like put like a foot up against the wall and then just like twirl around and then step back, and she's like, I'm like, what? I don't even understand that part. And all of this looks incredibly well choreographed.
Was that good? I can't tell.
It's like, y'all must like practice like what to do if you're in particular surroundings. Like you're doing like drills, like it's like fucking SEAL Team 6. Like we go into a room, it's shaped like this, corner, you go up, flank each other, one guy facing backward. Like they got like all this kind of shit worked out. Like okay, guys, these guys are obviously gonna want to dance against us. We got 2 low walls over here. We got a bar in the back and a bar in the front. There's 2 recliners over here, 5 ottomans. 2 chairs, 5 ottomans. I don't know. How can we work this to our advantage? Like, oh, we'll see. We do like a number 5 over here. Over here, we do like a Tony Mohawk, and then we bring it all back. It's like, yes. That's my new dance move, by the way, the Tony Mohawk.
Tony Mohawk.
And yeah, because like they have this worked out. Like it's like you have a very confined area. You're working around people and obstacles in the environment that I'm assuming that when you're dancing with your crew and training, you're not planning around like, okay, here's what we do if there's 5 ottomans.
we need dance move 65436.
And then like just like, oh, that one, we know that old chestnut. And then 5 people just leap in the air simultaneously, curl in, roll over the ottomans while like one guy's just standing in the middle, just going like this, like a dude jumps through his arm. I'm like, why did you know to do that? Like one dude just standing still and you don't know why until some dude like backflips over him and then gets on him and like wraps his legs around and like they're walking around now like it's his fucking backpack. Like, did you just knew to do that?
Like what if you missed? What if he wasn't right in place, man?
Like,
you get a half a backpack hanging off the side.
Baffling to me. It's fucking baffling to me. And then they do something like that, and it's like the crowd's like, yeah. And then another dude just like takes off his hat and like throws it at another dude, like, woo! Best ever! World star, bitch! Like, he took off his hat. I don't know. Another dude sitting with a bottle, just like, oh shit, oh shit, like, oh shit. Like, are you gonna do magic? Like, oh, it's gone. I don't know. I don't know from dancing.
I just kind of want to know in what world people break into spontaneous dance aside from musicals. I know dancers. I do. I've never known them to fucking spontaneously break out and dance and battle other dancers. Never. Never. I don't go to the club and watch and oh shit, dance battle. Oh fuck, it's on now. Never! Never! Not ever fucking happened.
Man, look at these guys over here. Fucking eyeballing us, you know what? Battle up.
That shit happens at sports stadiums when little fat kids in security cards have dance-offs. But that's because they see a camera. That's about as spontaneous as it gets.
Run out on the field. Ooh, 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 tackled by 10 guys.
And then it looks fucking stupid as shit. It doesn't look as well choreographed as a fucking
run it all out like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, they're coming. I'm on the baseline. Like, oh shit.
That's about it. But yeah, that just they live in some weird ass fucking world where that shit happens all the time, I guess. Oh shit, you looked at me wrong way. Fucking battle.
Battle up.
We have to, because you looked at me wrong. Start the choreograph.
Kick up that one song that we all know how to dance to suddenly. It's like, oh man, bass line's kicking in, like, and everybody's just like, so like, Like, I'm glad you knew what was up next on the playlist. Like, that was good timing.
They fucking spent $30 to get to play next. It's Touchstone, so like, oh shit, we gotta get our credits in. Alright, we got it next. Okay, here we go.
Dude just walks up, like, I selected turn down, like, 37 times. It has got to come up next.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that was...
Shit, it's a pina colada song.
Alright, we can work with this. We got this.
I made the same mistake that they made in the Norm Macdonald movie. Dirty work.
Oh my god, dirty work.
Alright, well, we are starting to
We're
get,
getting prompted.
You can't see it, but the little memory card light is here, and right here it says 3 minutes.
It doesn't like us.
No, I'm burning up the clock on this one.
I know. I don't know how the hell we did that, but...
It's the way it always goes, though. When it's a bad movie, we will spend forever bitching about it. Like, the other week when we went to fucking Guardians, it's maybe like a 45-minute review. There's maybe 3 solid minutes of us even talking about the movie. I think like the first 10 minutes we were talking about like random bullshit. Whereas we're like, oh yeah, Guardians. Yeah, we know we watched that. That was pretty cool. Anyway.
Moving on.
Back to that conversation we were having about the, like, the movie Manhunter or some bullshit. Like, I don't even know.
Awesome.
No, honestly, fuck this movie. Go watch Guardians. Why are you...
Yeah, no, if you haven't seen Guardians yet, make that priority.
If you've seen it, go watch it again. If you haven't seen it, go watch it the first time and then go watch it again. Honestly, that is the... As far as movies that end with an epic dance battle, that's the best one I've seen so far this year.
Nice. Oh,
if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It'll make more sense. And you know what? If you're going to bitch that it's a spoiler, fuck you. I don't give a shit. What are you doing watching reviews of movies?
Yeah, good point.
You know how this works. We've been doing this a while. We're just talking about bullshit. None of this matters. You think this fucking matters? It doesn't.
Oh, shit.
There's a minute left.
Yeah,
I just feel I should address at some point that I'm really freaked out by the ceiling of your truck because it looks kind of like Frankenberry with his eyes glowing.
Yeah, so it does. I kind of dig that. I have Frankenberry.
That's legitimately kind of terrifying.
It's the Iron Giant, baby.
Reminds me of that one Masters of Horror episode, The Fair-Haired Child. Step up!
Deuces!
Deuces! I'm just gonna freeze frame.